Hi, it's Miss Holt. Today we're going to practice reading with comprehension. Just in case you need a reminder, when we read for comprehension, you listen very carefully to the story and the details so that at the end of the story, we can answer questions and have gained more information about what we're reading about. So at the end of this story, we're going to have some questions for you all to answer, and we're going to work through it together and see how we did with our comprehension reading. So this story is called Little Skink's Tale. It was written by Janet Halfman and illustrated by Lori Allen Klein. So let's get started. Little Skink basked on a big yellow rock in the rays of the morning sun. Her chilly body soon turned snugly warm. She twitched her bright blue tail. The little lizard was ready to start her day. Leaping to the forest floor, she poked her pointy nose into a crack on a rotting log and looked for breakfast. Sniff, sniff. She smelled ants. She loved ants. Gobble, gobble, gobble. She gulped down one ant after another. Her tummy was almost full when she felt a peck on her tail. It was a large, hungry crow. Little Skink was trapped, but there was nowhere to run. But she had a trick. Quicker than the crow could blink, Little Skink snapped off her bright blue tail. Wiggle, wiggle, waggle went the tail, wriggling wildly through the fallen leaves. The crow forgot all about Little Skink. It wanted that wiggling, waggling tail. As the crow bounced this way and that, Little Skink slinked under the log. She was safe. Her wiggling, waggling tail had saved her. The next morning, as the little skink basked on her rock, she felt a little sad. She missed her bright blue tail, even though she was happy to be alive. As she lay basking and thinking about a cottontail rabbit, hopped in front of her rock. I wonder how I'd look with a tail like that, Little Skink thought. She pictured her new look. Very cute, she thought to herself, but too puffy fluffy. Next, she tried a squirrel's tail. It's fun to flick and fluff, she said, but much too bushy. Day after day, Little Skink imagined herself wearing the tail of every animal she met. A deer's tail. Look, I can wave it like a little flag, she said, but it's so short and stubby. A skunk's tail. P.U., said Little Skink. Stinky, stinky, stinky. A porcupine tail. Too stickly, prickly, she said. An owl's tail. A lizard with feathers, she exclaimed. I don't think so. A turtle's tail. Too pointy, said Little Skink. While all were fine tails, not one was quite right for her. Then one day, as she scampered onto her sunny rock, her shadow caught her eye. Her shadow had a tail. She whipped around. Sure enough, her tail had grown back. A skink needs a skink's tail, she said, and her tail dreaming days were over. So that is the end of the story. So she got her tail back. It grew back, which is what happens with skinks and a lot of lizards. So now let's see how we did with our comprehension, and we are going to do our little test, and I'm going to work through it with you. So our first question, what does the word basked mean when the story says Little Skink basked on a big yellow rock? A, ran around, B, rolled off, or C, lay in the sun? I remember something about the sun. I think it's C. Let's check. So here's the page where they talked about it first. She basked. So does she look like she's running around? No. Is she rolling off? No. I think she's in the sun. It says her chilly body soon turned snugly warm. So the answer is C, lay in the sun. What insect did Little Skink eat for breakfast? A caterpillar, B, crickets, or C, ants? Think about it. I'll give you a second. What did little skink eat? And she was on a rock in the beginning of the story. Let's see what the book said. For breakfast, she loved ants. So the answer is C. Did you get it right? There they are on the ground, and she's just about to eat them. Okay, let's do our next one. Who pecked on little skink's tail? A dog, B, a squirrel, or C, a crow? Think about it for a minute. What was that big animal that was pecking on her tail? Did you get it? Do you remember? It was a crow. So the answer is C. You guys did a great job. And now, as a surprise, we have a little creature feature, and her name is Kaiya. So let me enlarge this. Okay. And let me introduce you to her. And the reason that Kaiya is our guest for this story is because Kaiya is a skink. So this is Kaiya. See if I can get her to be still. She is a blue-tongued skink. She is not a blue-tailed skink. See, her scale is spotted, but she is a blue-tongued skink. I don't know if I can get her to still and show you her blue tongue. There we go. You show a tongue? Can you show? There you go. So Kaiya, just like little skink, could drop her tail if she needed to. So I try not to let her get too upset because when skinks and lizards get very, very scared, sometimes their tails will drop off just as an instinct, and they don't mean to do it. And it will take hers quite a while to grow back. Now Kaiya is a baby. I got her in December.